Today I want to share about coherence, and I want to teach you the simplest tool to get yourself into a state of heart coherence. This tool alone could radically change your life for the better. So stick with me till the end while I teach you how you have the technology within you to create the life that you want. Hi, I'm Jen. I'm a holistic nurse, and I'm here to help you heal yourself, expand your consciousness, and become more of who you really are. Back when I was working as a nurse at an inner city hospital, I was stressed, I was burned out, I was sick, and I literally had no idea how to help myself feel better. I found complementary and alternative therapies and holistic healing, and one of the first things that I learned about that really seemed really cool to me was biofeedback technology. In particular, this biofeedback program from the HeartMath Institute. So, what biofeedback can do is to help you learn how to self-regulate. What that meant is I hooked myself up to a computer and learned how to relax because I actually had no idea how to do it on my own. So this was cool for me because it made me realize that I actually have a choice. I don't have to feel stressed all the time. So this company called HeartMath learned in the 1990s that people can either be, in general, in a state of coherence or incoherence. When people are in stress, they're angry, tense, I think you know the feeling, probably more like a sympathetic nervous system fight or flight kind of situation. They notice that the heart, the breathing, the brainwave patterns, the bioenergetic field was in a state of incoherence. And then they also found the opposite to be true. When people were in a space of love, gratitude, appreciation, when they were feeling relaxed and calm, their heart, their breathing, their brainwave patterns, their bioenergetic field was in a state of what they called coherence. So this company basically created a device to help people learn how to get themselves into that state of coherence. The easiest way to think about coherence is it's a rhythm. It's like a cadence, a harmony. Imagine an orchestra warming up before a concert. If you've ever been in an orchestra or a band, or you've heard one, you'll know that it's pretty chaotic. Like everyone's doing their own thing and it sounds like pretty disharmonic, right? But then the conductor steps up onto the podium and brings everyone into harmony, brings everyone into synchronization. And that's exactly what we can do with our own bodies and our own hearts, is to become the conductor of the symphony of the heart and this orchestra of the body. In Western medicine, there's a lot of, even the way that it's set up is it's separated. There's the cardiologist, and there's the the people who are in charge of the respiratory system, and the gastroenterologist, the people in charge of the gut. Coherence is a state where everything is working together. Everything is working in harmony. You all know the feeling of being stressed. It's part of being human. And you've probably noticed that stress causes you to hold your breath. And chronic stress means you're probably holding your breath all the time. It also causes the heartbeat to be kind of erratic and incoherent. And it also changes the brainwave state. I've heard it said that some people are in a state of fear and stress up to 70% of the time. When you check in with yourself, notice, does that feel true for you? Do you feel like you're in the state of stress and fear more of the time, or the state of relaxation more of the time? And sometimes this can even be hard to differentiate. Like once, I guess in my experience, I was probably in this state of stress all the time, most of the time, that it just became normal for me. I didn't know that there was another way. When I learned how to do this, I learned how to slow the breathing down, slow the brain waves down, and you can do this too. Teach your body to move out of survival. And when we move out of survival, there's only one thing that humans really want to do, and that's create. So when people learn to shift out of fight or flight or freeze and into that nervous system of relaxation, feeling safe, the heart starts to bloom, starts to open up. And then it sends these messages to the brain that says, it's safe now. It's safe to create. It's safe to widen the lens. It's safe to examine other possibilities. You're out of survival now. Now, I could just start the meditation and tell you what to do, but I kind of geek out about these kinds of things. And maybe if you do too, you want to hear why this works, at least on like the physical level, like the doorway in of why this works. So this was really helpful for me to learn why, because it helped give my scientific brain something to wrap around. What I didn't know at the time and what I learned, which was helpful, is the rhythm of the heart changes in relationship to the breathing. And this is called heart rate variability. And this is exactly what this biofeedback program is registering. So this isn't something that I was taught in school. Hearts don't have a perfectly steady rhythm. We know this. You run and your heart beats faster. But even right now, as I'm breathing, as I'm speaking, the heart isn't beating at some steady rhythm. It's beating based on my breath. So when you breathe in, the air goes into your lungs and takes up space. And then the space where the heart is, it kind of constricts a bit. So the heart beats a little faster to get that same amount of blood through the body. And then as you exhale, there's more room, there's less air in the lungs, there's more space, and the heart beats slower. So when you aren't tuned into your breath, or when your breathing is shallow or you're holding your breath, the rhythm of your heartbeat can become really erratic, sometimes fast, sometimes slow. And this is what this HeartMath biofeedback program is showing. It's showing the pattern of that rhythm of the heart. So when you begin to breathe deeply with a rhythm, the heart also sends a rhythm and a signal to the brain that you're safe. And what's also cool about the heart, and I love this, is they say the electromagnetic field of the heart is 1,000 times bigger than the electromagnetic field of the brain. And this means that a heart in coherence doesn't just impact you and your body, it actually impacts everyone around you. Some say that the energy field of the heart is 3 meters in every direction. Some say, like, our energy field of our whole being, it's about the length of the arm in every direction. I want to teach you how to bring your heart into a state of coherence so it can bring your brain into a state of coherence, your whole energy field into a state of coherence. And then I'm going to tell you why this is powerful in terms of your creativity and creating the life that you want. So I want to invite you to begin either with your eyes open or your eyes closed by tuning in with your heart. Notice the area in the center of your chest and see if you can tune in even to your heartbeat. If you're resting, the heartbeat, of course, is going to be more subtle. And if you go for a run or dance or move, the heart is going to beat harder, so it's easier to detect. But even if you can't feel your exact heartbeat, move your awareness to tune into your heart center. This is the first step in this process. It's heart focus. If you want to, you can even put your hand over your heart, or sometimes I'll put just like a fingertip over my heart to feel right where it is. The second step in this process, so number 1 is heart focus, number 2 is heart breathing. So I want to invite you to breathe in as slowly and as deeply as you can. And breathe out as slowly and as fully as you can. And while you're breathing, once again, see if you can notice your heart beating. As you practice this technique and tune in a bit more, you might even be able to notice and sense the rhythm of your heart increasing as you inhale and then decreasing as you exhale. Breathing in, heart rate is increasing as you inhale and decreasing as you exhale. At first, this kind of breathing might feel forced or a little strange. Once you get more practice and continue this breathing, it'll feel more smooth and balanced. Some people, or actually even in this biofeedback program, will have an image of like a circle. And so like breathing in to the top of the circle and exhaling to the bottom of the circle. I personally always really liked, especially to get my mind involved, counting. So counting into a count of whatever is the right count for you in this moment, and then exhaling your breath for that same count. And the count might change as your body relaxes too. So as you tune into your natural rhythm, this long, deep inhale and this long, full exhale, step 3 in this process of coaxing your body into a state of coherence is heart feeling. This is where things can get more creative. As you tune in with your heart and breathe with your heart, I invite you now to bring your attention to a heart feeling. So according to heart math, this could be a feeling of gratitude, of appreciation, of love. You can bring your awareness to a person that you know you love, a pet, a place. This could be a place, a home place, a cabin, a place in nature, or a place even in your imagination. See if you can bring your awareness to something that you have like a genuine, inspired feeling of appreciation, care, or love. And continue the heart breathing while you do this. If there's a memory that comes to mind, put yourself back in that place. It's a beautiful heart feeling gratitude kind of memory, a joyful memory. See if you can really bring those feelings and emotions forward to re-experience it. The mind literally, and the brain, they say, literally doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So when we invoke these emotions, these images, our body, our brain doesn't know that that's not happening right now. If you find that you can't feel anything, or feelings of sadness or other challenging feelings arise, that's okay too. I know how it feels to have a lot of sadness in the way of gratitude. Do your best to stay in touch with the feeling, with your heart, with your breath, and bring that intention of care to those feelings. When you breathe in, imagine as though you can draw in that feeling of appreciation or care, gratitude or love. And as you exhale, settle into receiving those heart feelings into your body. On a physical level, it profoundly shifts the biochemistry in the body to a state of rest, repairing, and healing. And some people even say that our genes change, flipping on and off, based on moving into this coherent state. On a mental level, this practice allows for the access of new ways of thinking, new ways of feeling, new inspirations. And on an energetic level, they say gratitude is the highest vibrational state. So to cultivate gratitude is inviting healing frequencies into your life. Basically, the brain and the body come into a more elegant state where there's global coherence. As you are breathing now and as you're accessing this heart feeling, you might already begin to notice it happening. It's like everything is working together like that symphony playing a gorgeous melody instead of the sound of, 100 musicians practicing independently. When the brain is coherent, it can actually focus on something beyond that threat, something higher like your compelling future, your dreams, the image of what you want to create. So I invite you to continue focusing on your heart, breathing with your heart, feeling with your heart. And as you do, bring to mind something that you want to create. If you can feel the gratitude for that thing, it will begin to magnetize toward you. If you can feel the gratitude before your healing begins. If you can feel your abundance or worthiness before you have wealth, it will start to generate abundance. If you can start being in love with yourself or life, life will give you more love. That is the law. Just like the law of gravity, there are universal laws. If you're in awe of life or awe of this moment, you're going to start having more mystical experiences. When you're more empowered, you're going to start having more success. For most of my life, I know I waited for the world outside of me to change before I allowed myself to feel how I really wanted, but it never came. It was like the carrot dangling. Some people live in a state of lack and separation their whole lives. They think, when this thing finally happens, then I can feel happy. It's cause and effect. It makes sense. But feeling the emotion ahead of the experience that we want causes an effect. So the heart, when it's coherent, it produces this magnetic field, like I mentioned, like 3 meters wide. And that creates what we might consider like a Wi-Fi signal. And when we take this vision, these dreams of what we want, and we place it on that Wi-Fi signal of coherence, now we're getting into the realm of manifestation, of magnetizing what we want. This is who you really are. You are a powerful creator with a powerful bioelectric heart field that can literally call forward your dreams and magnetize new experiences into your life with the power of gratitude and appreciation. And this is a tool you can use in any moment. Of course, we can use this tool when we're stressed. Of course, we can use this tool when everything feels joyful and we want to take that moment to like really anchor that feeling into the heart. But the more often we do it, the more often we take that moment to feel the heart, take that moment to breathe deeply through the heart, to feel everything come into coherence, to inspire, to tune into, to create that feeling within us of gratitude, appreciation, and love. The more often we do that, the more often that is who we become. So I invite you to practice this tool every day, as often as you want. People find that the more often they practice, the faster their lives change, the faster their health changes, the faster their success comes. And there's nothing on the outside really that can stop us from making that choice in every moment of where to put our attention. We can put our attention on the heart focus, heart breathing, heart feeling. Get into that heart coherence and then overlay that vision for your compelling future and notice how your life changes. If this was helpful for you, head over to my website and download some free meditations and resources. There's information in the comments below also about the HeartMath Institute, and click the bell and subscribe if you want to learn more about how to heal yourself, expand your consciousness, and become more of who you really are.